Welcome back to Modern Homestead, Alaska. Today we're going to process and fillet these fish that we caught this last weekend and get ready for Jessica to fry them up for us. It's going to be delicious. Come along with us.
Welcome to Modern Homestead, Alaska. We are Aaron and Jessica Milnes. We are building a modern homestead outside of Wasilla, Alaska, with the help of 3 of our children. Our second son, Caleb, our daughter, Cody Ann, and the youngest of our family, Wyatt, along with our 3 dogs, Tipper and Daisy, and the newest addition, Roberto.
What are you doing?
Scraping off this slime. So slimy. They excrete it when they die. And they use it as a protectant when they're in the water to keep them from getting diseases. And it also helps them make them fast in the water, faster. Their body only releases a little bit of it at a time. So, schwack them.
All right, how do you butcher one?
See their scales? They're so protective.
Well, they're such violent fish.
So what I'm doing is I'm cutting down behind the skull plate, in front of the dorsal fin, to the backbone, and then you just scoop it off across the backbone, okay? Then I can come in here and you can see, now you can see those dreaded Y bones everybody doesn't like pike about. So a little harder to see sometimes on some. You can see this line of them right here. You wanted to stay. Well, first I'm going to cut it here, sorry. Cut it here down to the bone again, to the backbone. Cut it down to the backbone here. I'll get this fillet started. Then I just go right over the top of those bones. See the bones?
Yeah. Let me get in here. Oh yeah, perfect.
So then you just fillet it right off the top of those bones. You got the belly meat down in here. You can cut some of that off. Oh, if I had a sharper knife, Jessica.
Oh, you do.
And then there's 1 fillet of it, right? So there's 2 fillets so far. We're gonna turn it into 5 fillets.
We do with the scraps.
I guess you're feeding them to your chickens.
Yep.
Here, right down at the backbone. Feel the bone all the way out. Flay that chunk off.
Nice.
Rinse and repeat, right?
Okay.
Some interesting information about pike, or maybe a little misconception out there. The average length of pike is actually only 40 to 55 centimeters, which is between 16 and 22 inches. And most of the pike that we are dealing with are right in that average. As well as cooking pike goes, it is such a mild fish that is so happy to absorb outside flavoring. So even if you're frying it, if you put some seasoning in, say with some buttermilk or something like that, the pike will absorb that flavor, which is also why pike is so customarily or generally used as a pickled recipe. Aaron, after learning how to process these pike, does a fabulous job. They are really gross and they make such a mess to clean up when you are done.
So this is that big one we caught when Jessica decided she had to use the restroom. So thanks to her, I'm glad she has to pee. I got to reel this one in. So we measured it out, me and Caleb did. It was 33.5 inches long from tip of nose to tip of tail. It's a pretty nice fish for me. Biggest pike I've ever caught. It's the biggest one in our family. I know they make these things come and man, they get big. I know the guys in Michigan are catching some really big ones up north here in Fairbanks and stuff. They're catching big 50+ inch northern pike. So just imagine this fish 20 more inches long. That's a big fish. So one of these days, Jessica will catch one like this, and I will catch the 50-inch one. Okay. So we saved this one for last. I'm about done processing my fish. I'm going to cut it off and flay it again like I did the other ones. Jessica's going to come back tomorrow, or
tomorrow,
and she's going to get these all ready to fry for dinner. Okay. So right behind the gill plate, right? That's where I'm going to cut him. Look at how thick that is. That's a nice one. I'm cut down to the backbone, right? Make sure I'm there. Then I come back here with a dorsal fin, right? I'll cut back down here the same way. Hit the backbone. This fish is partially froze, so it makes it a little simpler to hold on to. I mean, if you see in the video, they're pretty slimy fish and hard to hold on as it is.
Birdo, Dad is not talking to you. Stop, he's not talking to you. No, he's doing this. No. Oh my gosh.
He's froze here, that's why it's so hard. There you go. Is that too deep there? No, I was.
Were you too deep?
Oh, see his backbone?
Yep, I see it.
Big old fillet of pike right there. Jessica will be able to cook that up in a lot of good pike nuggets. You see how big their scales are too? Their scales are armor plates.
Yeah.
This guy had some pretty big scars on him too, and they fight like crazy, but yeah, that's a good one.
You gotta teach Cody to get in here and do it with you. She's left-handed. She can do the left-hand cuts.
Oh, that would be something nice. But see, you can see these Y bones sticking out. See them?
Sure can.
See them? All across here. So the goal is to get right above those. You can hear it clicking. Hear your knife start clicking across here.
Mostly we can hear Birdo running around. Oh, it does. It just shaves it right off that, huh?
So I'm hoping that this is a little bit of a how-to video on processing these pike. It's a long process even for us to figure out like the very best way. And I mean, we honestly got incredibly good at salmon, but when you're doing 50 salmon at one time, it's easy to get good at them. And then doing the pike as well, several at a time. Aaron's gotten really good at that as well.
Save that whole monster for the chickens.
So this is the big fish. I mean, look at it. That's a lot of meat right there. That's all the fillets. You end up with 5 fillets per fish. All right. So
show it in
you
comparison
get the backbone.
to
This is the back.
one of your
This
little
is the
guys.
2 sides, and here's the 2 tails. Huh?
Show it in comparison to one of the little guys. That's crazy.
So now we have to go through these, rinse all these off, get the last little bit of slime and the scales off of them. And Jessica can take the skin off of these and then get them ready to fry up. This one's gonna be a little easier. This is the hardest part because it's curved. So you kind of got to flatten it out a little bit, get your knife underneath there, and then you can just come across. I'm not doing it right now. Tonight it's already getting late. We're gonna get these in the fridge, get them ready for tomorrow. Rinsed off, ready for tomorrow.
Well, life did not go as planned this last week, and having lost the dog, I ate my feelings and we just had snacks and whatever we could get instead of actually frying and cleaning and doing all of that work to the pike the next day. So what I decided to do was clean up some of it so that you could see. You just kind of lay down a knife and slide it along. The skin is extremely tough, but the flesh of the fish is very, very delicate. I can get my words out. And what I did was just get all of the fish really well cleaned up and put in freezer bags so that we are not wasting anything. And then when the day comes that we are all home, ready for the fish fry, we will pull out the pike. I will skin it when it's defrosted, and we will make whatever it is that you make from pike. But I am excited at some point to actually show you how we fry it. I just made up the first time we tried it, like a really simple recipe that I look forward to sharing with you in the future. Okay, believe it or not, we had planned on cooking this in this video, but with the loss of the dog, Aaron got a call. He had to run out of town, and so with it just being me and Cody and Wyatt here, I went ahead and just packaged this all up. It's going in the freezer, and then when he gets back, we will actually cook this up. But I do have a question. If you could send me a pickled pike or some sort of pike recipe into our email, which is modernhomesteadalaska@gmail.com, we would really appreciate it. How do you cook your pike if you have ever cooked pike? Well, with all of that, thank you for joining us today. We hoped you enjoyed a little bit of come along and clean the pike and get it put in the freezer with us. And this is a ton, believe it or not, of food in our freezer. So if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. When you ring the bell, you get notifications. Thumbs up and comments help our channel to grow. I have to go get ready for my day, but I wanted to get this pike processed before it went bad. So waste not, want not. It was just super important to us that we make sure at least we preserve the fish in such a way that we can deal with it later versus wasting it because our week took a dump. So anyway, until then, be blessed, and I will see you in the next video.